Hello guys, welcome back, and today we're talking about Fate Remnant Collide. So yeah, let's begin ladies and gents. So, just like in the last video, we currently see him just still pretty much awake like all night. Well, two girls, specifically Ruby and Yang, are basically, using his body as like a body pillow. Let's just say he's pretty much uncomfortable, saying to himself, why? Why does life have to be like this, he would say to himself. As after, a few hours of just like looking at the ceiling, he would actually fall asleep himself. So, when he wakes up, he would feel heavy, as he would somewhat forgot what happened last time, what happened last time, or at least, forgotten what happened to him. As you'd say, mm, oh, why does my bed feel not as soft, he would say. As when he opened his eyes, he would notice that it's definitely not his home. As he would say, wait, where am I? As he would notice, you know, his surroundings, he would look beside him and would see Ruby just like clinging onto his arm, while for Yang, she's also clinging onto his body. As he would say, that makes sense. Please, someone help me, he would say to himself. This is while he was thinking about, well, trying to get out of this, he would hear the door open. As after the door opened, he would see, well, Ruby's mother, and also Yang's mother, or at least stepmother. And she would say, girls, it's time for breakfast, she would say. And she would look over and would see, him just like in the middle of the, well, in the middle of them, basically just well, just like, please help me. As she would say this. Aw, cute, she would say. As, you know, Ty would also come in as he would say this. Girls, it's time to wake up and it's time for your friend to get home. As when he looked over and would see, well, Rex over there, just like in the middle of them, as he would say this. You, you. As after saying that, he would grab, not really grab, but more like, get ready his, hands as he would say this. You know what? My hands are rated E for everyone, and this everyone is going to be you, he would say. That is before he can actually do anything, you know, should, more specifically, Summer, aka, Ruby and Yang's mother, would basically slap him on the head, as she would say this. Please do not do that, she would say, as he would say this. But why? I mean, he's. As she would say this. Be quiet. Besides, they're just kids. I meant. I meant. Wait for a second. And besides, they're just kids. As after saying that, he would say this. Hmm, you're lucky this time, kid, he would say. As after saying that, he would say this. Alright, girls, time to wake up. As they're still pretty much sleeping. As he would say this. Ah, girls. As still they're sleeping. As he would say this. Ah, Ruby, if you don't get up, I won't give you a kill. As before he can, finish the sentence, Ruby would basically, wake up instantly, like, how, like, you know, like a piece of, like, wood basically, like, like, goes up, like, instantly when you, like, smack it. It's basically like that. So, yeah, as she would say this, alright, Dad, she would say, as she would get off the bed, including, our girl, Yang over there. She would also wake up saying, hmm, morning, guys, she would say. As after waking up, he would also get out, aka Rex. As when they get to the kitchen, he would see a few, treats. Mostly just eggs and bacon, and, as requested, Ruby's eggs and milk. Not eggs, I meant cookies and milk, I meant. As when she saw them, she would instantly jump onto the, dining room table as she would start eating. As for him, he would also start to eat. So after breakfast, he would start leaving to go back home, as he would say goodbye to Yang and Ruby. As Ruby would say this, bye, she would say. As Yang would say this, yeah, bye, Rex, she would say. As he would say this, yeah, see you in Signal, he would say. As after saying that, he would start leaving, going back home. So when they arrived back home, he would see his mother basically there, as she would say this. Oh, you're finally here, she would say, as you'd say this. Oh, hey, Mom. So, what happened here, he would say, as she would say this. Oh, nothing, just doing, the rest of the homework. Ah, seriously, these students, she would say, as he would say this. So, Mom, did anything happen here while I was gone? You would say, as she would say this. Oh, nothing really. But apparently, there's going to be a meeting between Osmond and General Ironwood, she would say, as he would say this. Huh, the headmaster of Atlas, he would say, as she would say this. Yes, and also the powerful general of the Atlasian military, she would say, as you would say this. Why is he coming here exactly, you would say, as she would say this. Well, it's something really important that you're also coming to, she would say, as you would say this. Why me exactly too, he would say, as she would say this. It will answer your questions, okay, she would say, as he would say this. Oh, sure, Mom, he would say, as after saying that, he would start leaving with his mother, aka, Glinda. As after that, they would arrive at the office, or at least, well, at, Osmond's office, as Osmond would say this. Ah, you're finally here, he would say, as after saying that, he would look over and look towards General Ironwood, which he presumes at least. I mean, he doesn't really have any pictures of him at all, and he rarely researches about him. Well, except, in the news. After looking at him, he would see the man himself. The man would be revealed as he would see this. So, you must be Rex, I presume, he would say. As when he said that, he would say this, specifically Rex. Yes, Mr. or General Ironwood, he would say, as he would salute to him. As when he did that, Ironwood would just laugh it off as he would say this. Hey, you're just a kid. Besides, you're not a huntsman yet, he would say. As he would say this. Yeah, sure, General, he would say. As he would say this. Seriously, why do people still think that I'm that, you know, he would say. As he would say this, specifically Osmond. Well, you are a general after all. After all, he would say. As after saying that, he would say this. Very well then. Now, may I ask you this, Mr. As he would say this. Just, Rex, please, he would say. As he would say this. Right, Rex, he would say. Hmm. About your powers. As after hearing that, he would say, wait, did he know? Did Mom and Osmond told him? Um, as after calming down a little bit, as he would say this. Yeah, what about them, he would say. As he would say this. I'm quite interested in it. You have the ability to summon legendary people, or at least people that are quite powerful in their own right. I don't know exactly what they are, but they certainly are interesting, he would say. As he would say this, specifically Rex. What do you mean by that, he would say. As he would say this. Well, from what I've researched, or at least what I've learned from Osmond, apparently you're able to use magic, or at least your own form of magic. And I'm surprised that you're able to use it. Perhaps everybody's getting their magic back, or at least that's what Osmond predicts, he would say, looking at Osmond, as he would say this. Well, that's just a theory for now. A game theory. Anyway, as after saying that, he would say this. I'm quite curious. What are these people that you said? Osmond, he would say. As he would say this. Well, um, Rex, may I have your permission? He would say, as he would say this. Sure, um, Grandpa, he would say. As after saying that, Osmond would say this. Hmm, okay then. Please show him exactly, he would say. As we would also currently see, Ironwood going like, um, what do you mean by grandpa? He would say. As he would say this. Oh, he just calls me that, he would say, specifically Osmond. As after saying that, he would say this. Hmm, I see. Very well, please show me, he would say. As after saying that, he would snap his fingers, specifically Rex. as each of his servants would be revealed, which were, if you've forgotten, Sigurd, the saber class, or at least the saber of Crimson, Ibuki Doji, or at least the saber of Ebony, Archer of Crimson, also known as Oda Nobunaga, Archer of Ebony, otherwise known as his Emiya or Emiya Alter, which I'm just going to be calling him Emiya for the sake of it. And finally, Lancer of Crimson, otherwise known as Valkyrie, or, they're just their combined name. Uh, when they're separate, they are Thrud, the blonde haired one, Hilder, the pink haired one, and finally Ortlinda, the dark haired one. As when they were revealed, he would say this, specifically, Ironwood. Whoa. Huh. So, may I ask one of you, what exactly are you, he would say. As after saying that, one of them, specifically Sigurd, would say this. We are merely his servants. We are merely his protectors. Or at least, kind of, he would say. As after saying that, he would say this, specifically Ironwood, as he would say this. I see. Then may I ask you another question? Are you perhaps a danger to this world? Are you perhaps a danger to everybody here, he would say. Then the room would go cold, as one of them would say this, specifically Valkyrie. Do you mind telling us what do you mean by that? All of them would say in unison, as he would say this. I'm just saying that because of your mysterious appearance and your abilities, I think that you might become a hindrance or a threat to our world, he would say. As after saying that, Ibuki Doji would say this. Well, you're not wrong, but trust me, if Master said so, we won't do anything of that sort, she would say. As after saying that, he would say this. I see. Then, as you would look towards, Rex, as you'd say this. Are you willing to protect everybody here? He would say, with a cold tone, as he would say this. Yeah, I mean, they're basically like my family, he would say, said Rex, as he would say this. That's all I could hear, he would say. That's all I can hear, he would say. As after saying that, he would say this. Now, I want to say this for a while now, after hearing of your existence. I want to train you, he would say. As after saying that, everybody would be surprised, as one of them would say this. Wait, really? Said, a dusty old crow, which was also in the room at the time. As he would also be surprised, specifically Rex, as he would say, Wait, Uncle Crow, what are you doing here? Or at least Sir Crow, he would say. As he would say this. Just been here for a while. Seriously, you didn't notice me, he would say. As he would say this. Well, yeah. As he would say this. Such a shame. I meant, such a shame. But, anyways, I'm still surprised Jimmy over there decided to train you, he would say. As he would say this, specifically, Ironwood. Well, isn't that obvious why? Isn't obvious why I want to train him? He's powerful, and can certainly be an asset against her, he would say. As, after hearing that, he would say this. Her? Who do you mean by her, he would say. As he would say this. I'll tell you in due time, but for now, I wanted to say this. Are you prepared to protect your country? Are you prepared to protect everybody? Protect humanity from all of those monsters? Those of the grim, he would say. As you would see this. Gladly, he would say. As he would see this. Good. Now, I'm going to be training you for a while now, so be prepared. You can also still attend, Signal, but I think it's better for you to start training now, so you can become the strongest huntsman imaginable. Especially since I've learned that you bested the invincible woman, he would say. As he would say this. Oh, you mean Pyra, he would say? As he would say this. Yes. I heard that you and Pyra have gone some interesting, press lately. Especially with you being called the Invincible King and the Invincible Woman, he would say. As he would say this. Yeah, I guess that's sort of, kinda true, he would say. As after saying that, he would say this. Very well then. Now, we'll start your training tomorrow, so be prepared. As after saying that, we would going he would start leaving the area, or at least leaving the, office, and after that, we would leave this episode right off here. So yeah, so I hope you liked the video, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye!